Hola futuros compañeros del Valhalla, bienvenidos un día más a mi canal, el canal de Rudex Norris. Sí señor, estamos con Enderal Forgotten Stories y... Está feo, ¿eh? Yo voy a decir una cosa bonita. ¡Ahoy! Que era las... ¿Me vas a interrumpir más? Que está muy bonita, tío, las estrellas. Me encantan los cielos así de bonitos. A ver, dime. Tal vez. ¿Qué me ofreces?
A few moments later.
Oh, believe me, I did. Which is why she simply hid the key to our safe in the bank somewhere that I couldn't find it. So, long story short, this is where you come in.
Oli.
I want you to get her to give me that key. How you do it is up to you. But if you succeed, it won't be to your disadvantage.
Ok. Convincente. Te ayudaré. ¿Dónde puedo encontrarlo?
There's rats and dust. But she spends most of her time in the false dog in the Undercity. One of those dumps I told you about. Just come back to me once you've found something.
Ok. El perro falso. Este es el de... en donde tengo que ver a la tía esta. A la hermanita. Paso de ti. Me envía a tu hermano. Quiere que me digas dónde escondiste la llave del legado de tu padre. Te entiendo, pero si Milver no consigue acceder a ese dinero, tendrá que cerrar su tienda y tú tendrás que dormir en la calle. Voy a intentar decirle que... Joder, a ver si me da la opción de poder meterla ya en... Hola, ratillas. Vaya, me pregunto qué va a pasar.
All right, son child. Stop right there. Hand over your money, and we might let you live. Play the hero, and well, did I ask you to talk? Give us your fucking purse, or we'll make you.
Vale idea.
Oh shit.
¡Comed polla, perros! ¡Comed polla! Absorción de vida. Habéis conseguido algo que no deberíais de haber conseguido. ¿Dónde tengo yo mi arma? Ay, me cago en Dios. Lo habré vendido. Fuck. Bueno, no pasa nada. Tengo cosas para invocar. Arco místico, espada mística. Y me falta maná, claro. Pues... hongos de maná. ¡Socorro! ¡No puedo invocar la espada! Hola ahí, mis huevos. Ahora sí que estáis jodidos. ¿Dónde vais? Venga, chulo. Anda, mira qué bien. Me protegen. Hola, tú. Este es mío. Gracias. Espada vieja. Esta la puedo convertir después. Así que worth. Vale.
Safe travels.
Damn it, this is ridiculous.
It's called life, Nathalia. 30 per sheep, and not one penny less.
Oh, let the flesh maggots have you.
May your path always be even, my dame.
What?
No, que tú.
I don't see how that concerns you. Don't you have some theatre play to attend to, Sunchild?
¿No quieres mi ayuda? Bien. Oye, guarra.
I don't see how that concerns
Puede que pueda ayudarme.
Well, I doubt that. That is unless you have a pouch with 300 pennies to give away. Oh, and maybe 2 sheaves.
¿Por qué eres tan... Joder, ¿por qué eres tan hostil? Solo trato de ayudar.
I don't know. I'm sorry. You seem like an upright kind of fellow, but I can tell you're from the surface.
Pues atente. ¡Pa! Guantazo.
Actually cares about my problems.
Pero necesito el
I'm
dinero.
really nosy. You know that. But that son of a virtue over there, Cabal Thorwall, he's the only merchant in the Undercity who still has Vinroot in his stocks. But since he knows that, he sells it for a price that would have upper city snobs running away screaming. Well, and if the apothecary in the pest house doesn't get new root soon, the infected they treat there will start dying like flies within a day.
¿Eres apotecaria?
You're no alchemist, are you? Aye. Red vine root is the only thing that can help get those flesh maggots out of an infected body. I repeat, can. Even with a proper treatment, most people don't make it through.
Figurao. Tal vez podría hablar con
Maybe
él.
you could, aye. I guess it'll be worth a shot. We need at least 10 sheaves so that the apothecary can make use of them. And I don't want to seem ungrateful, but don't expect to get anything in return for your help. Huh? Well, fine then. Good luck.
Adiós. Tú. Me ha dicho que vende rey de Vin Roja.
Oh, by the name of the sun. Won't this ever stop? Tell Nathalia, the apothecary, or whoever sent you that the price stays. It does actually, yes. But it does not change the fact that I need to live somehow too. And that 300 per sheep is already a fair price. Go on. Listen, I know exactly what you think. This ruthless bastard, how greedy, how evil, and so on and so forth. But that's not how it is, believe me. So, back to business. Are you looking for supplies? If not, just shove off.
Pues este ya tiene dinero, ya es alguien que tiene la vida ya. ¿Dónde está Milver? Joder, esto lo pinta bien. Busca indicios de la desaparición. Espero que lo pases muy bien. Busca indicios por aquí. Bueno, qué coño, si no... Así se dice, de nada. ¡Hala! Que me... ¿Que me ha matado mierda? ¡Hijo puta el bicho! Sí me hace daño, sí. Deja de pegarme, hijo de puta. Cabrón. Pues necesito curarme. Por lo que veo eres mago, por ahora, sí. Tenía una espada vieja. ¿Ahora te vas? A tu casa, hombre. Te has ido toda la mierda, hombre. Hueso de bicho, a tope. Leer papel. Y ya está, ¿no? Vale. Soy mago y arquero. Es mejor ser mago con arco... Con arco vinculado. Arco vinculado. Que hace más dañito. Toma. Está guay. Era bastante lista esta tía, ¿eh? Un cuadro. Parece ser importante para Sila. ¿Será Villamar? Busca indicios de Milbar en Miralmar. Ah, no, coño. Mira, sinceramente ya sé cómo va a ir esto, así que vamos a ir Vamos a hacer una cosita que es guardar. Y si creo que lo que es, lo hacemos.
But I just don't have that much. What the blazes do you expect me to do? Please, my dame. You need to understand.
And you need to understand that we're just the messengers. A debt that you don't pay is a debt we can't pay to the Father.
Vale, este es el problema que tenía este hombre.
The thing we want to do is disappoint the Father. Or do, Rowan?
We don't.
500
Joder.
till next week. After that, we will make sure this corpse pit finally lives up to its name. Understood?
Yes, my dame. Of course.
Glad to hear that. You'll hear from us.
Oli. Me los puedo cargar, ¿eh? Soy fácil en esto de... Tengo el gatillo fácil.
What the? You?
¿Quién era ese?
Listen. For your own good, I advise you to just turn around. This is nothing you want to get involved in. It really isn't.
Te están chantajeando, ¿no? La ralata.
I was simply naive. And now I have to live with the consequences.
Me cachis.
About 2 years ago, my son died. He drowned in the canals. That whole thing, I couldn't handle it. Business went to shit, and so did I.
A putos mafiosos. Muy bien, muy listo.
I looked for help.
Pediste un préstamo a los de la ralata.
Yes, I suppose you can figure out the rest.
Que eres imbécil. Probablemente ya no podías pagar la tarifa. Por eso te niegas a vender esas raíces por menos.
Yes. What other choice do I have? As pathetic as it sounds, right now the apothecary and their infected are the only reliable source of income I have. Especially with that whole red madness thing going on the surface.
Puedes pedir ayuda a la
I
guardia.
hope you're not being serious. As if those redcoats would risk getting their shiny armor dirty.
Y supongo que no puedes explicar la
You can say
situación.
that. You don't know who we're talking about.
Una suposición, joder. ¿Y ahora qué?
Good question. What now?
La has traído encima. Dile dónde guarda la raíz o te mataré.
You're giving me the money? Just like that? Why?
Porque estás jodido. No preguntes, cógelo. Y vende a Natalia la raíz que necesita.
By the righteous path, I will not forget this. Thank you, really.
No va gratis esto.
And here, I found this book in an abandoned shack. Maybe a traveler forgot it. It will be of more use to you than it is to me.
Punto de memoria. Hostia. Ojo. Hola. Ah, no puedes abrir, gilipollas. No puedes abrir y el otro me pega porque es un puto mierdas. No puedes pegarme. ¡Ja! No te doy, ¿no?
¡Vamos a acelerar esta madre!
Huh? You did? This is good. This is really good. Now let us hope he doesn't lower it to 99 pennies per sheaf. Thank you, Sunchild. You saved a lot of lives today.
Lo sé. Soy un alma caritativa. Vamos a hablar con este de aquí.
Well, look who's arrived. Did you have any problems finding your way around? This city can be quite a maze if you don't know it. Right, you're from Ostia. I almost forgot. They're quite fascinating, these places, aren't they? You can climb high, and you can fall just as deep. And every... Well, I do. Here, put this on. And before you ask, yes, it's necessary. Just trust me.
Master of the Holy Order, the esteemed Trakesha.
Ah, ¿me la ha puesto ya? Ah, vale, de puta madre. ¡Madre mía! Me gusta que tenga que ponérmelo ya, que es una cosa que hay que hacer sí o sí. Venga, para adentro. Todos los quiero robar yo a todos.
No civilians beyond this point without explicit permission. Who are you and what leads you to this holy place?
De todo un poco.
Business. I'm Jaspar Belveric, and I work for the Naramese mages.
Oh, right. The mercenary. And who's your companion?
Marijo de Luna from Ostian, esteemed holder of de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin. Archmagister Marijo sent for him. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmagister. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough, you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary.
Mi personaje es muchísimo más alto que este. Ah, no, parecía que más. Aquí parecía que le sacaba una cabeza. Joder, la perspectiva, tú. La Virgen. Buenas. Ah, tío. Un poquito de prisa, colega. Venga, para adentro. Ay. Cosas enanas.
Nah, I don't think so. Nobody will suspect someone who's already in the temple. Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine. His name is Constantine Firespark, and he's one of Marathzul Orenthiel's former followers, which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order. They usually wear green, while the Order wears white or red. That should make it easy for you to tell them apart. Firespark's pretty much the eldest of Marathzul's mages, and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me.
Tú sigues.
Keep your chin up. Alright, here we are. Hang on.
No. That's not how you do it.
Blast it! I'm just being careful. We
Like
have to.
heck we do. Give me that thing, now.
Yo sabía que iba a pasar esto y por eso estaba ahí haciendo esto.
Blasted, blistering blazes. That's what you get for working with fumblers.
Hola.
I told you we
Like the
should be
Firespark.
careful. What? Now who the heck are you? Can't an old man have a moment to himself?
You hired me. The Magister, don't you remember?
Oh, right. Joseph the Scrouger. So why are you here? Had any luck?
Just spar. And yeah, we did find something. I
Suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you. Your drinking mates up here. Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular fellow over here needs your help, to be frank. Arcane fever.
Is that so? And what exactly has that got to do with me? Let the keepers and their holy rituals take care of it. What is it with the costume, anyway?
This man's magic is different, Meister. Just feel his aura and you'll see it. Plus, he's from Naram, just as you are.
Well, all right then, for nostalgia's sake. I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go bonkers. Anyway, that chair over there. Take a seat. I'll have a look at that fever of yours.
Momentillo, por favor, que te estoy robando, ¿vale? No tienes que preocuparte por mí, solamente por lo siguiente a ti. Por el futuro, quiero decir. Que... quieto. ¡Eh! No. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Me está haciendo movidas. Me ha hecho movidas.
Recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now. Fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that
magic. Verás, yo era un puto subnormal que se metió.
I see. Regarding this vision thing.
Ese por ahí.
Eso
no sé si es algo raro.
Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off.
Joder. Súbita explosión de mi visión, que
By all that's holy, I won't start playing your tutor now.
Podrías.
If you don't know about the basic functioning of magic, then read something from Balador Goldenstein.
The glance on the sea of eventualities. Alongside, but apart from the reality we're in right now, exist countless other realities, in which some events have different outcomes.
Sí, eso está bastante guay.
A version of this very same room, for example, with the very same people in it, only that Meister Firespark's beard is on fire. And what defines an Arcanist, someone capable of magic, is that he or she can see those other realities and let parts of them come true.
Eso está muy guay, está muy... me gusta.
You surprise me.
That's what I'm being paid for.
How powerful an Arcanist is depends on three factors. How far away are the eventualities that he can see? How well he can bring parts of them into our reality? And finally, how well his mind can handle seeing other realities simultaneously with ours. Lighting a candle is easier than calling a meteor from the sky, to speak plain in Al. But, as I said, read Goldenstein if you're interested in the topic. I'm not going to waste any time with lectures.
A mí me gusta mucho cómo han puesto estas circunstancias de la magia. Porque al fin y al cabo es... En otra dimensión, tú estás tirando fuego de tus manos. Así que estás cogiendo esa realidad y la estás trayendo a ti. Y la estás haciendo, efectivamente, realidad. Y me gusta mucho cómo lo han hecho, ¿eh?
Well, that's probably a sign that you should go easier on the booze. Skill, whether of physical or magical nature, isn't gained through touching some stones, but through hard work and discipline. Even though this screwball Enderalian talk of paths and predeterminations tries to tell us otherwise.
Ahí. No me he imaginado visiones, las sentí diferentes, como reales.
Well, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. I, in any case, have never come across such a phenomenon in over 50 years of studying magic. And now we should...
It all begins with the dreams.
What the blasted blistering blazes? Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake. I knew it was a mistake to hire a thug like you. Lashery always had a weakness for...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me something about dreams that led you and Tealor Renfield here, didn't you, Meister? And you told me that in this vision of yours, the Veiled Woman said this. It all begins with the dreams.
What? Is that true?
Sí.
Oh. Then this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore. Tell me again, what exactly did you see?
Ya ni me acuerdo, tío. No me acuerdo. Una luz blanca brillante y cuerpos carbonizados, pero su carne era antinatural, gris, y oí unas voces.
Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months.
¿Y cómo lo hacemos? Poner mi magia bajo control.
Well, that's usually a plodding process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak. The ritual the Enderalians practice to get the glance under control is called the Journey to the Water. Put frankly, it means 1 year of hour-long meditation, bland food, and abstinence from anything that makes life worth.
No me interesa. Un método más rápido.
The Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Neremes know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is. Her name is Lashery, and you should seek her out as soon as possible.
¿Un atajo? Bueno, venga, vale. Muy bien, llevaré a cabo ese ritual tuyo. ¿Dónde puedo encontrar a esa
She's currently in a ruin called Old Lashery.
Ah, vale, ya.
Not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours. Okay, now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it. I recommend leaving
Lo soy.
straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Pues me levanto.
Quite a character, isn't he? But I like him somehow. Here, I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter. I'll get myself a room there for the time being. With all that said, good luck mastering your magic. Quite a character.
Tendrás la oportunidad de reforzar tus lazos con varias personas. Cuidado, estas misiones no están disponibles siempre. Si progresas demasiado en la historia, perderás algunas tramas.
But I like him somehow.
Templo del Sol.
I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by. Huh?
¿Qué piensas de los sucesos?
What? You mean the living dead, the Wati? What? You mean the living dead?
Pero, ¿me quieres dejar salir? Oh, no me deja.
What? You mean the living dead? What?
How you met that scrounger?
This just doesn't make any sense. Why can't it ever be easy?
No, que no. Ya está. Se fue a la mierda. Joder, tío, de verdad. Pues nada, hasta aquí el capítulo de hoy. Espero que hayáis disfrutado muchísimo. Darle a like si os ha gustado. Suscribiros si no estáis para que YouTube os avise que suba vídeo. Tenéis links a suscripción. Uno para Instant Gaming para que podáis comprar juegos como este y muchos otros más a mi precio. Y el otro para Twitch para que podáis verme en este capítulo, en este directo. Así que nada, muchas gracias a todos y hasta el siguiente capítulo. Adiós.